have here in New Mexico, being cold and hot, bike riding is a year-round hobby, and it's always good for you for stress, working out, burning out those calories, cardio workouts. Bike riding is the best.
Because we have so many great places to ride here in New Mexico, up in the foothills and the Bosque, on the road, I always like to make sure that I have all of my tools with me because I never know how far away from home I'm going to be. So I always make sure and carry a set of tire irons, a patch kit for tubes, one or two different types of pumps depending on what you want to carry. And then I also like to carry it all in my hydration pack. It keeps everything together in a handy spot.
Because New Mexico has so many different types of thorns, weeds, rocks that can puncture the tube, we have a lot of different recommendations. But the first one would be to use slime tubes. This is actually really good because it spreads a sealant throughout the tube, and if a puncture does happen, it gets repaired immediately. So if this doesn't work, then and it continues to leak air, then we have other recommendations for you.
Okay, so this is my wheel with my flat tire. I want to take a look at it, take it off the bike, take a look at it, and make sure that there aren't any goat heads or thorns stuck on the outside of it. Next thing I need to do is remove the tube. So I'm going to take one of my tire irons and flip it underneath the bead of the tire and just run it around the bead so that it comes off of the rim.
If you have time, you can use a patch kit. That way you can repair the tube or save the tube to repair it later.
Okay, so we've got our old tube out. And then I want to make sure that there's no thorns that are broken off and there are on the inside of the tire. So I run my hand around the inside checking for thorns there.
Make sure you don't hurt your fingers in case there is a thorn in there, so be careful.
Alright, so I want to take my new tube. Oops, that's my new tube. Take my new tube and make sure that my stem, it's a little area for the stem to go through. And then as I'm placing the tube inside the tire, I want to make sure that it's not twisted or wrinkled.
While this is getting done, just so you know, you have a few different options out there. You have your home pump, which basically you can use this when you have your bike at home and you're getting ready to leave. So this is actually a perfect thing you can use. You also have a pump that you can actually take with you, a hand pump. It does take a little bit longer than the home pump, or if you actually purchase a CO2 cartridge, this is a little bit longer, but it is a little bit more affordable than the CO2. It is more expensive. So you have different options. These are easy to carry. This one obviously you can be carrying with you, so you want to leave that at home. But like I said, take the measures where you do use this at home and then you take the other two with you, or one, and that way you're prepared for any kind of thing that happen, flat tire, rocks, thorns, it's all out there.
Okay, so the hardest part now is getting the bead of the tire back on the rim with the new tube in underneath. Again, take your tire iron and work it around until it's seated properly.
Awesome. And for this situation, we can use the house pump to get this done.
So I take my stem and attach the pump to the stem. Okay, I'm ready to pump.
Start airing up this tire to a desired pressure. A mountain bike will require 40 to 50 pounds per square inch. So you want to make sure that you don't underinflate it because you run the risk of a pinch flat.
Okay.
Then you want to close the valve stem.
Now we close the valve stem and the wheel is ready to go back on the bike.
done, you want to make sure that you gather up all your tools. Like we said, some of these tools are expensive, so you want to make sure that you don't forget anything. And we showed you the little bag, so it's very easy to carry around with you. So, you know, this little tip here takes under 5 minutes. So, you know, it's a really, really nice thing to watch and learn.